Alright, it is the middle of September, and I have just made my first big pepper harvest here in Minnesota. I've got a variety of peppers here, starting with the biggest and my absolute favorite. These are Ivarski peppers. They are, I believe it's Macedonian. They have really thick walls and a nice rich flavor, and they they grow in some interesting shapes. I find them quite beautiful. They are definitely, I think, the main pepper I plan on growing in the future. The next that we have are these Hungarian Magyar paprika peppers. This is apparently an heirloom variety that is dried and ground into paprika. So I definitely want to give these another shot next year because I'd like to try and grow enough to make some paprika at home. Next, and although it is turning red, we have our jalapenos, which grew relatively nicely. I still have a ton of green ones on their plants, and my intent is to I'm going to make some pepper paste out of all these. I think there's a chance I'm going to pull all the jalapenos off and make a jalapeno pepper paste. We will see. After the jalapenos, we have this lovely thing. This is a Pippin's Golden Honey, and they are a fascinating pepper because they turn purple, and then when they're ripe, they turn orange. So this is a ripe golden honey pepper. They are pretty delicious. They aren't what I'm looking for. They're nice and sweet, so are these other two. So I kind of have the flavor profile filled out already for the most part. And you know, if I had tons of land, I'd probably keep growing them just because they're nice, they have a good history, and they're very pretty. But I think that I'm not going to grow them again next year, and I may not grow the jalapenos either. Finally, the fish peppers, and now these guys are also quite beautiful, which is unfortunate because they're a bit too spicy for me to eat. They have this lovely variegated white and green foliage. Some of the peppers actually had purple spots on them, but generally as they're growing, they are green with white streaking on them, which is quite gorgeous, and then they turn vibrant red when they are ripe. And as lovely as the plant is, because I really can't eat them very much, being quite the baby when it comes to spicy stuff, probably won't be growing them again. So yeah, these two are my favorites, the Ivarski and the Magyar, and I really can't wait to put in quite a few more of those plants next year. Have to start them all again from seed, but part of the reason I did so many different varieties was to figure out exactly what I wanted. You know, there's also the compulsion factor because I'm obsessed with collecting rare old nonsense, and that includes the plants. So I sought out odd varieties and things like that. But I'm really excited to know that I did pick out varieties that worked well for us, and narrowing it down in the future. The ones that I've really enjoyed from the selection we planted this year are going to be suitable for our future use. And yeah, I'm pretty proud. I don't know if this would be a good harvest normally, or if this is a bad year for peppers, or who knows, maybe this is a great year for peppers and I'll always have less than this. But I'm happy to see a big pile of them here because it's been taking forever for them to get ripe. And I have already made some pepper paste this year with some peppers that a friend gave me, as well as some peppers that we got from a vegetable share box from a farm here in Minnesota. So I know that I really enjoy the pepper paste. It's awesome on just anything. It's a nice way to perk up the passata I've been making with our tomatoes, and a good way to store the peppers moving into the future without me having to do too much work yet. So I'm gonna start prepping these. I probably won't put, there's a bunch of fish peppers in here. I probably won't be putting as many as I picked into the pepper paste, but I will have a nice batch of pepper paste. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll check in with you soon. Bye.